Hello everybody, this is Pam with Jesusjunkjournals, and this is the beginning of picking the signatures, and I think everybody does it differently, but I'll show you my process. I have the 12 pages from my kit printed out, and so I split them into, I'm going to do 3 signatures. Each signature will get 4 of my printed pages. So I divided them up, and there's some blue in each one, and it doesn't matter how you do it. You do it however you want, but this is what I'm doing. And then I have pulled 1 page from each group to work on the back of it. So I'm looking for the other pages. I know that I want at least 1 brown page in each. I love craft paper, so I'm going to do at least 1 brown page in each signature. So I was just looking through some of the things I have decoupaged, and I think like this one might work. That one would work. It's got birds and some hymns. It's got some extra folding on it for pockets. So I think that's a definite. I've got this old page out of a Bible dictionary. It's Index of Arabic Names. So that might make a nice page. Oh, I really like this. This is the Ken Oliver paint. I need to probably do something to knock that back a little bit, but I love that one. So I'm just kind of going through and seeing which ones really grab me. I think those colors would go well with what I've got in my printouts. I kind of like these crazy ones I do. I've not actually put them in a journal yet, so I might do, let me see what else I have. Oh, I love that one too. I like that one a lot. And then this is just brown paper for cutting pages and scraps that I've got. So, okay, so if I'm going to pick the brown pages, I need 3 of them. So this one for sure. And I'm gonna say this one for sure. And this one for sure, but I'm gonna need to do some work on those colors because they're kind of crazy. So there's 3 brown pages that I can cut down. And then I also want to try, I haven't done it yet. I've cut some up, but I haven't actually put it together yet. I'm gonna try a page of felt in one of the signatures. So I'll need to cut that up. And I'm going to use these 3 pages. There's 3 signatures, so I'll put 1 page in each signature. And because I have the felt, that means I need like 2 more pages if it's going to be even. So I might use this Index of Arabic Names. And so then I would need 1 more sheet. So I think I will go to my tea stained papers and maybe just pull a sheet out of that. So I'm gonna get these all together and then I'll come back. All right, I wanted to come back real quick. I've kind of changed direction a little bit. On one of the signatures, I'm gonna make a page out of this fabric. I have a whole bunch of it from, I covered my bulletin board in it years ago, and it goes with my kit, I feel like. So I've cut 2 pieces that are about the same size as a page, and I'm gonna stitch the page inside of it and fray the edges. So I'm gonna go do that at the sewing machine, and while I'm there, I'm gonna take this out of the add-on kit before I lose these pieces. These have 2 corner pockets, so I'm gonna stitch these on. This one goes at the top, stitch down the middle, across the bottom, tuck, tuck. So I'm gonna do those 2 things, and then I'll be back. Here we are, we're back. So I stitched 3 sides, put the paper in it, and stitched the other side up. So now I'm going to fray the edges so that it'll be fringed. And then here's the other piece that I sewed. The 2 pockets there and the 2 pockets there. I turned them over and tied knots in the back. So this will just glue into a page in the journal. So I'll put that aside. And so what I'm going to do is cut down some of this brown paper to a little bit more manageable size, and then I will come back. All right, everyone, I'm back. I took some time to think about what I wanted on each signature, and I went ahead and put them together. I didn't think you'd enjoy watching me sitting and thinking, so I cut that. I didn't tape that, but I wanted to show you what I ended up on my signature. So what I'm going to do, I went ahead and folded them in half. And now some of these disregard. I used paper I'd already printed on to print, so that's just something I already had printed. But this is from my kit, from the Thought Life Journal. So I'm going to put this in the center because I really like it. I think it's really pretty. So that'll be my center one. I wanted to have a felt page, so I cut a chunk of felt out. I haven't trimmed it down yet. I left enough so I could turn it up and make a little pocket at the bottom. So that's what I plan to do on that one. And then I put this page from my kit. I had this page. I thought these colors went well with it, so I'm going to use this. This is just a tea-stained, stamped piece of paper I had. Another piece from my kit with this old print of a tree. I just think it's gorgeous, and I love this pattern in the background. And then I want a piece of brown paper in each signature. So I folded back so there'll be pockets on the back side. So this will be the next page. And then this is another page from my kit. And so I wanted it to be every other page, a page from the kit. So this is one signature. And you might be wondering, I didn't want it to be really monochromatic, so I didn't do a real matchy-matchy kit, which you might have noticed, and you might have wondered what in the world I was thinking, but you can tie it all together. I plan to, as long as you have the colors repeating throughout the journal, it's going to pull it together. Now this one, I folded the page this way, but this is a page from my kit. And so it's folded back ways. And then this one that I had is one I already did with the napkin decoupaging. And that's back side. Here's a page from my kit. And I did that's the one I experimented with the, of course I can't think of it now, the powder that you put on and water it and it spreads. Here's one I did a long time ago from that paint. And I might as well look here, sorry. Ken Oliver, Color Burst. And so that's a page of that. So I'm gonna put that. I love that, I think it's so pretty. Now you could say, well, what if these don't go together? It'll be fine, don't worry about it. This page from my kit, I like the palm tree and the blue, and I thought that it would be good to alternate it with this tropical fabric that I made the page out of. I went ahead and frayed the edges. I put some tacky glue, clear gel tacky glue to stop the fraying, just in case the stitching didn't stop it. And then I realized it's going to be a shiny line and look ugly, so I put some jute twine. I still need to glue it on this side, but I'll go back and do that. So that's this page, and then here's the last page for this is one of my favorites from my kit. I love that image. So this looks very tropical, the tropical leaves. I think it goes well with this behind it. It's got this palm tree, and I know it goes kind of off the rails with the pink, but I don't think it will, because we're going to have some pinks. They're all kind of these peachy pinks that are printed into the journal kit. And I think it'll all tie in fine. The peachy orange colors, the greens, they're all going to intertwine, and it's all going to be gorgeous, I think. Okay, so that's this signature. Now this one I did not put brown paper. I was going to put a brown paper sheet in each one, but because I had these other ones I wanted to use so much, I just didn't put the brown paper in that signature. This signature, I start out with this page from my kit, folded this way. And then the next thing is this page from, I think it's a list of Arabic names. It's from a big old book. I had already sprayed it and put some gesso on it and things like that. It was already kind of manhandled. So that's next. And then this page from my kit that I folded this way. So the eggs. Then I had a brown page that I thought, well, it's got the peachy color in, and it's got a bird, so I'm going to use it for my brown page. I folded it back, so it's going to have pockets on the back side. And then another page from the kit. This is the one that I really put that Ken Oliver green on. Honestly, to tell you the truth, if I had it to do over again, I probably would not have done this. But I kind of like it when I paint myself in a corner like this, because it's a little bit of a game of like, now how are you going to work yourself out of it? So gesso does wonders. I'll probably gesso a lot of that. But what I found was I went back to my eco-dyed papers. And this is a real eco-dyed paper. It's not in the kit. And it's got that great texture. I just highly recommend you guys try it. Get the watercolor paper, 140 pound. I can't tell you about this. It's just, ooh, it's great texture. And these colors sort of coordinated with that crazy green. So I put it in. I felt like that would be a good combination. And so then there's the back side of it. And then finally this page is going to be in the center of this signature. So those are the 3 signatures I'll do. Now I don't stitch them for a long time because I'm going to work on these pages. I'm going to gesso them and stamp them and stencil them and do things like that. But that is sort of the bare bones of starting. And I'll be back with the next thing I do.